South Africa, we represent the South African widows. South Africa, help us, help us. We are exploited. We are exploited by SARS. SARS is repossessing our houses. SARS, South Africa, the SARS is exploiting the widows. Please, South Africa, when you had a Black Friday, we were indoors. We are going to have a Black Christmas because SARS is repossessing. SARS is making our kids to be street kids. South Africans, we cannot educate our children because SARS is exploiting us. South Africa, review the laws of this country. Review the laws that are exploiting the South African widows and widowers. We represent the voiceless South Africans who are exploited day in and out. We cannot sleep. We cannot sleep day and night. We are depressed. Our houses are repossessed. South Africa, please, South Africans, help us. South African widows and widowers, join us. Join us. We are the representatives of different provinces representing the voiceless widows. Widows are behind closed doors. They are scared to come out. They are dying because of exploitation by SARS. South Africa. South Africa. How can you exploit widows? How can you exploit widows? Where is your conscience? Where widows, the voiceless widows, the voiceless widows. Where are the white widows? Where are the widowers? Join us, join us.
Likongongo elikhulu siyamazi usazilo likongongo elikhulu siyamazi 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 usazilo likongongo elikhulu siyamazi. Membership yet include
We are coming here as the national team South African concerned widows. The provinces that are here are Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, and Eastern Cape, KZN, Western Cape, Gauteng. So we are coming to see the minister as the national team. Now, before we can proceed, I want to know where is the minister, because we are here wanting to see the minister.
Like I indicated to you earlier, man, the minister is not at the office today. The minister is not at the office on a Monday. So the minister is not on the premises.
If the minister were here, I can assure you he would come and see. Okay, we have no problem there. But the minister is not here, the deputy minister is not here, he's in Durban. And the DG is out of this office in another meeting.
May I express my concern and my disappointment at the report that you are giving us now, because we made an appointment a long time ago and they knew that we are going to be here. Therefore, our voices are not heard from the very start. Therefore, we are expressing our concern and our disappointment to our government.
When did you make the appointment? I emailed the minister May plus minus 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yes, it's more than 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And I did get a response from Spirit acknowledging the receipt of the email. And the email was stating clearly that we want to see the minister. We are coming for a meeting.
And he did not say that is the minister available.
No.
Okay, he just acknowledged it.
He acknowledged the receipt of the email, and again he wrote another email saying that he's escalating the letters to the relevant people.
Yes.
Those are the 2 emails that I got from him. But the disappointment is that we stated that we are coming here on the 10th.
You may apologize because
I'm not sure
you
if
didn't
I want to
realize
proceed. You know, I'm very disappointed and angry that the minister is
Angry is
not
the
here.
word.
I am very disappointed
That is an understatement.
and angry that minister is not here. Because we are not going to see other people very much.
The problem is that the messages that they are never correct. That is the problem. Because the next thing Titombo will just say, I never got that. So what do you say? Do you expect us guys to come back for the minister when he's here?
And we apologize for the minister not being here. But as we say, always the DTG of Tax and Financial Sector Police, we deal with these issues. I'm the chief director, these are the directors. As we have said to you, I've said outside, we are understanding of this issue. Once we are done, and the MEC, they came to see us. So this is the issue that we are aware of, and we wanted to assist you because we want to have a way forward on it. So hence we are saying is that by meeting with us, I understand you are in, we wanted to meet the minister because he's got the final say. But by meeting with us, it's not like we're not going to hear you because we are working on the issue as we are the people advising the minister. So you are not meeting the wrong people by meeting with us.
No, we wanted to meet you with the minister.
Our problem is that we are owing a huge amount of money. I'm owing 85,000. 100,000. 180,000.
120,000.
They are all calling us. Where am I going to get it? They're getting phone calls. Where am I going to get it?
Between now and our main investment, we are caught between GPF, SARS, and Treasurer. Each time, they say that go to SARS. When we are in SARS, they say go to GPF. Now we end up not knowing who to turn to. That is why we've made a decision that at least it's far better to come here, because I still remember in 2016 we invited him on. At that time he was still there, he was the operations manager. We were there. Then we said we gave him our memorandum. His response was so painful, because when he was in Durban, we explained our plight. Then what he said, when he responded, he said, what you must do, we must save money monthly, so that when our debt came, we'll be able to pay.
They don't understand.
They don't understand.
Our husband had salaries, and if they died, it means they died with their salaries. And then somebody is saying, this is a grant. When I got it, it was 6,000. 6,000 out of my husband's salary. 6,000.
Yes, but they call it is an extra income, because we know they no longer call it it's a pension now. It is an extra income just because I'm employed. And at the very same time, it just puzzles me that it isn't an extra income, because when you look at that amount that I'm getting, it's just peanuts. And what they do, what frustrates us is that they add that pension to our salaries. That is why then the tax hikes.
Can we excuse me, she's our spokesperson. At the present moment, let's hold our importance here. Because the question was, at the present moment, Lulu was asking where is Teacher Mboweni, and we were expressing our disappointment because the office of Teacher Mboweni did not communicate the story to Tito. They think that it's a technical matter, therefore they can analyze it. And Tina, we know that it's beyond that. It's community, it's political, it's economic. We are very disappointed that that office could not respect umhlolokazi. That office that did not respect umhlolokazi. From your answer, you tell us that you only received a request from KZN. And we know for a fact that other provinces have communicated. We are one of those, Eastern Cape. We sent a letter, we followed that letter, and we expressed our urgency of meeting, of wanting to meet Tito, the minister. They were saying it's going to be analyzed. We said we know that it's your process, but this which we are bringing today is beyond what you are going to analyze. Why don't you make an opportunity for us to come? Several telephone calls were made following a request to that office of Tito Mboweni. And that's being insensitive to the community. Because when we wanted to speak to Tito, that's a political office that is serving the community. And if it did not land into Tito Mboweni's ears as early as the time in November, it's December now, the 10th. Nobody cared because they are so used to problems. And yet our people are dying. Our people are sick. Our children are deprived of education. We've lost our properties. It's so painful. Enough is enough. And it's many years of knocking at the door of National Treasury. Many years of knocking at the door of SARS and GPF. It's a blame game. When we wanted him, we knew that that is the office of the community. And therefore, if he listens to a woman who has lost a husband,
lost an income,
and lost income, he would have, if you told him, just told him, irrespective of your process, we know that you've got a lot of long processes, but the issue at hand is, enough is enough. If you hear our story, she's going to tell us, our disappointment ilapho kangangokubani asihambila
Monday. We are going to Tuesday. Space. I said, Zuchi. Sizeka kushungula. Asina no mali yokuza. Ubaba sine mali ubuza ubona hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of widowed people. But because asina mali, uthunyelwa ama-delegate.
We took leave without pay to be here. We took
leave without pay to be here. The widow was here. That do we accept these people? Do we sit and talk to them without the minister?
No, we want the minister. We want the minister so that he will take the information from the horse's mouth.
So not that way. How long are you here for? In other words, today or tomorrow, if we can arrange for you to meet the minister. Let's see what we can do. Look, there's clearly some, I don't know what the problem is, we'll go into it, okay? But I think from the ministry, they didn't really give you a date, okay? For whatever reason, I'm not saying that they were right.
But we gave them.
We gave them the
I know.
date.
You see, with ministers, the thing is that they are not here at the office much. So that's why it's always important. And I know you wouldn't know this. I'm saying that, you know, that if you were here, if the minister were here, I can tell you he'll come down.
No, I feel.
So I'm just asking, we're trying to see if he can, if he is around, because he's in Nakoko, okay? If he is here in Gauteng and nearby, we can try that later in the day, he can still meet with you, okay? Or if he's not coming today, but he's here, for example, tomorrow, I don't know where he is. Then, are you staying over tonight somewhere in Gauteng, or are you?
We will sleep
going-
here. We don't have.
We sleep on the floor.
We will sleep here.
We don't have money to stay in guest houses.
We're supposed
And
to
just arrived
you
this
don't
morning
know where the
by bus,
minister
by
is.
train.
We will sleep here.
We sleep in the street or
No,
in this
here.
office.
Here,
This
we sleep
office.
here.
In this office. We'll wait for him, no problem.
We'll wait here
It's as bad as all that.
and we'll get the tea.
You can
once we
imagine
get
someone
the tea.
coming from Umtata. Where do you expect her to get the place to sleep? We came by bus this morning, by trains this morning.
We can,
We don't have
just
anyone
arrived
else
this
to
morning.
sleep.
all of us.
We use the bathrooms at the garage to wash our faces to be here.
To be here.
No, no,
We will
I hear
sleep
you.
here.
It's as bad as
We hear
that.
you.
Sure.
If you can be sensitive enough, they should have been sensitive the day they got the letter. To give us a proper date, to say, no, don't come on the 10th, come on the 11th.
Yeah,
They should
that's
have
what
done
I'm
that.
saying.
But they are so insensitive, so cold.
So cold.
And it's about
If
them.
we invited the
They
death
don't
of
look
our
at the
It
community.
is so
Neat.
bad and disgusting. You know?
I don't know how many courts
Let
we
them
need
know that they'll never go
to
through the same route
communicate
that we
that.
We never invited
It
them.
must be communicated
We never
directly
invited
to the
them.
honorable minister.
Nobody knows when he is coming, knocking at his door.
Okay.
As I indicated earlier, my name is Maran Kuswat. I'm the Chief of Staff. I'm the AD Manager's office. And I think at this point, it is late to apologize, but I would want to still apologize. Because the way in which we do things in the ministry, and you are right, ma'am, to some extent, we acknowledge the request, because this is not the first time that the request was received. This request was forwarded to the relevant section. Like Yanga was saying, we would get a response. The response will then be submitted to the minister for his consideration, because there needs to be a technical input. Now, what our office has failed to do, and we're not going to run away from it because you're here. The 10th, we should have indicated to you that maybe the 10th is not a convenient day, because like I told you earlier, ma'am, and it's not, and you see, I don't speak to Mr. Mamoni. The minister is not here on a Monday, and if if I was aware of this request, then I would have indicated to you. And it is not that we're trying to run away from you, because I work with Minister Nene, and we have a policy of engaging the community as you've indicated, ma'am. So it's just it is a pity, but we are where we now, and we now need to see how we can assist you. Because the one thing that you mustn't have a misperception that we don't want to assist you, we don't want to talk to you, because that is not the case. We have an open policy here. So that is not the case. The challenge is, as we've indicated, the minister is not currently here. So how do we overcome that in order to still assist you? I don't know, ma'am.
I think I liked the idea that he could be accessed. But verify where the minister is, and please inform me that these widows are willing to stay here, even if it means a whole month staying here waiting for me, if we have to wait for a whole month.
And our bus ticket by then will have expired. We don't have the transport.
We really don't mind. But if he is sensitive enough, we will wait. We will wait, because we're here. We did make all necessary arrangements in terms of a follow-up call. When you were in Cape Town, we were calling this office many times, every day, asking the secretary to inform the chief of staff and relevant people to inform Tito Mboweni that we are going to be here on the 10th. From little money, airtime of a widow.
It's shocking that you don't know about this.
Yes. Just to have heard. Shocking. Very, very shocking.
Shocking.
It's been insensitive.
Chief of staff.
Because we just said communicate to the chief of staff, communicate to the honorable minister that we desire to meet him on the 10th. We're coming from different points to be here on the 10th. We're not from one end, we're various angles, and we made it possible to be here.
The reason is because we are their cash cows.
Yes.
So, how can you stop your cash cow? Because the only thing that we want is to milk us until we die.
There are no
People
more
are
milking
dying.
cows.
People
No
are dying. Your cash cow now is dry.
May we follow what Mr.
Call me Momo.
Momo?
Yeah.
I would like us to follow what you suggested, that you could search around and find out if we can't have him this afternoon. Let us follow.
It would be great, actually.
Because we are going to stay here.
Not later than 2 o'clock, because we have to cash a bus. If we cannot cash those buses, the minister has a responsibility to take us back home. Because our ticket by then would have expired.
As our Lala, we don't even worry even if our tickets have expired. The constituency we are representing had said we must come back having met Tito Mboweni. There is no way that bus can leave us. There is just no way.
Look, give us maybe a few minutes. What we'll do, we'll try and trace the minister. If he is here, I'm pretty certain he'll come. Okay, we will ask him to come. Okay. If we can't get hold of him, we're going to try hard for him. Okay.
Please, hard.
But we can't get hold of
Very
him.
hard.
We can get hold of the DG as well. I don't know if you've met with the DG.
We want the minister.
Okay, we'll get you the minister.
If you can also get people from SARS.
And this is Melanga, you know, we are not representing ourselves. We are representing widows. And it was their collection money that brought us here. They collected 10 rand, 20 rand, that's 100 for us to take bus to come to Pretoria. And then when we report back to them, we're going to say we spoke to him over the telephone. They will ask us what was wrong with us. Honestly, we're not being difficult, but when you are representing a situation like this, it's a very sensitive situation that requires quality, hour of his time, face to face. Is it too much?
But the thing is, he's not here. So when you speak to him on the phone, maybe he can arrange time. We're going to speak to him and we're going to ask him when is the available time that you can meet with you face to face? Because we want to contact you directly.
We don't want to harass, we respect our, we respect our leadership. You know, they were appointed by us.
Yes, that's true.
We respect them. We don't want to humiliate our leaders because they were placed there strategically to lead us and to deal with our problems. Now, if we talk to him over the phone and with everybody, how is he going to take it? But if he comes here, he will understand.
Over
The phone might get to
howl.
the phone,
howling.
he will think we are howling him. And yet we are not howling
We'll
him.
try and put you on Skype. So we can see you.
Come please,
No, I understand. The best thing is
Please,
that
come
here.
No, he must be here.
Come sensitize.
It's okay.
Zamukuthi mama ndicela sithethe efonini ngo-12:30 now.
Asifuni lando.
What are we saying to
Yes,
you? Are we saying
when I say you are here
and we want to talk to
we
you?
want to talk to you on else you can even state your problem by yourself over the phone.
No,
Inkinga izaba lapha. Ngizothetha uzawuthetha. Uminister uzothi ngiyahawulwa ngiyahumiliate. Because we can't stand it. It's emotional. It's painful. Very painful. He won't understand it.
We want to discuss this thing over.
He will understand if he sees
We
us.
don't want to discuss it over the phone. What we are saying is that we are not accepting talking to the minister on the phone. The least you can do now is call the minister, arrange for tomorrow if he's not here today.
But you should
Sister,
accommodate
you don't
us.
have to talk about the issue with him. What we say is
Make an
tell
appointment.
him, just tell him that you want to see, just tell him what you want to tell him. We can even leave you for 10 minutes. You can decide what you want. So you just have the first discussion with him. Shall we leave you alone and you can discuss what you want to tell him?
Yes. Okay.
Is that okay?
Alone means how many people?
No. All
All of
will be
us.
here. We're leaving you so you can focus and you can talk. Because we know you're representing your constituents.
Yes.
So we leave you, so you will be outside. You can just plan what you want to do. Let's try and tell from our phones we can. So let's do that. I think because let's just look at the technology and we'll be outside. Yeah, God told us that he's only here on Thursday. But I think, look, we're trying to help you. We're trying to see how can we help. I mean, even if the minister were here, minister can't tell SARS what to do. I know that SARS reports to him politically, but when it comes to taxpayer affairs, the minister can't get involved with anyone's tax affairs, just like he can't get involved, say, tax Julius Malema more, tax, another minister more. He can't do that. It's illegal. SARS won't even talk to him. So even if he wants to take up the case, he can't deal with your individual cases, right? What the minister can do, and this is a problem, we have a lot of sympathy for the issues you raise. We understand that you've been put in debt, and just what Yana is telling me, the different circumstances where even the money is not even paid to say you as a wife. Okay, it might be paid to someone else. And then you still face the tax liability. Okay. Now, what we can do about that is, for the future, we are looking at the law. We have been looking at it, we are looking at it, and the only way to change the law for the future is when the minister makes a speech in February, and after that he makes an announcement, and after that it goes through Parliament, so that takes a few months, not too long, but it takes about a year. Okay? That's a law, just to pass a law. Some things can take effect sooner after he announces. But I don't want to promise you any changes in the law. We have to agree what the changes are because there are situations where, as you know, everyone pays tax. The tax system has to be equal, and there's some principles that apply, and we've been trying to see how we can get the position of widows to be understood. Look, if it's a very rich widow, they must pay their tax. Okay? But we understand in most middle class homes, for example, this is a big issue, and one just needs to get the system to work a bit better than it's working currently. Now what we can do just for today is we can definitely try and firm up a meeting on this.
Beg your pardon?
We can firm up a date for when you can meet the minister. Okay, whether you say Thursday this week or we put it aside for later, but I was just trying to say the minister himself can't actually direct SARS on this. But what we can do is ask you for each of your situations, right? Is if you give us your names with your tax number.
Sure.
We can ask SARS to look at it and communicate with you directly or in some way, and to see, you know, I mean, they won't tell us. I'm just saying we can refer it, and hopefully they will look at your situation. Because the law does allow them to look at the situation, because the way the system works is that it's blind. Okay? When we came into government in '94, the one thing that happened was they used to tax what was the household, the husband and the wife. It was one household. Right? Then, obviously, in our constitution, we said that, you know, women, you mustn't discriminate, it was mainly women, right, against women. And we created that both were individual taxpayers.
If I would say I understand you, I would be lying. One, you say the minister will be here, maybe the minister will be here on Thursday. Okay, you are not from around. We would love to see the minister, but now do you expect me to go back to Mthatha, then back on Thursday? One, you say you need our tax numbers and all that.
If you want to give it to us.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no. I know. I am worried because when we introduced ourselves here, we said we are delegates. It's not like you want to lose and sisters and whoever. You know? So it won't be easy. We are talking millions here of people who are disadvantaged. And what is the other thing? And then this goes to the parliament and blah, 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 blah. I will tell you, I've been getting threatening phone calls from SARS, threatening to take my salary. And I've got 2 kids who are still at school. How am I going to maintain them, because they will take my salary, the whole of my salary, then I'll be left with the 3,000 that I'm getting from my husband's widow, which I have committed already. Then you say, then the law, the act or the law, the way you put it, we have to go to the parliament, then the minister does that and that and that. Meanwhile, what is happening to me?
We would expect the next level face-to-face with an authority, the next level authority to because we're giving up quite a lot from our sides. We know what is driving this. It's not just making drug. It's we want to table to the relevant people. So the other stakeholders, can they be accessed to here too? Because some of us will still be here.
If some of you are here tomorrow, we can arrange for you to meet with SARS and
GPF and Treasury. Can we arrange
I
that?
will meet
That
them.
happens tomorrow morning.
Yes, we can. But I just want clarity here in terms of the research.
I don't want to be rude, I really have to go. Can I be excused?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. If there's any problem, contact us. You've got our phones. You can always phone anytime. You know, if long as they don't go back. Not 2 o'clock in
I
the
will
morning.
call it memorandum from SACW. Act number 58 of 1962 stipulates that in case of a spouse married in committed property under the South African common law, income received accrues to the joint estate is deemed as having been received in equal shares by each spouse who receives that salary. Benefits from pension, provident and retirement annuity are taxable in the hands of the spouse who is the member of the fund. Widows and widowers are given a lump sum without knowing how much the fund was before tax. Monthly, an amount of money, that is widow's pension, is paid to the surviving spouse without him or her knowing how it was calculated. Widows need transparency. They need to know how much the total fund was and the formula used to calculate the monthly income, that is the monthly widow's pension. In 1994, freedom was achieved. ANC gained political power and oppressive acts were reviewed, but Act number 58 of 1962 was not. Why does our government raise funds through taxing vulnerable men and women, that is widows? Struggle for liberation meant liberation for all, including widows. Widows are forced to live on loans to cover up monies that are deducted by SARS. Our houses are repossessed because we cannot afford to pay rates. As a result, some widows have lost their lives due to stress and depression. Many of us were forced to resign from their jobs to pay their debts, which start accumulating after finishing all the installments. Our children see us as failures because we are unable to maintain the same standard of living after our beloved partners passed on. Is it not the mission of our government to uplift the standard of living of all citizens of our country? Act number 58 of 1962 must be amended to provide a relief to widows and their dependents. All debts accumulated by tax return must be put on hold until Tax Act number 58 of 1962 is revised. All garnishes and debts for all widows must be suspended with immediate effect. Widows were part of the liberation struggle and responsible for the freedom that our country enjoys. Please treat us with respect, dignity, and priority. As widows who are not protected, instead we are being exploited by our own government. South African government, please protect us. Enough is enough. We are expecting your response within 14 days. 14 working days.
Nancy official visitors so sasani photocopy la mani yabo so that ube kwazi isemsebenzi so ngasayini